What's up? I'm some jerk on the internet. We're going to look at Hovind's Thursday open mic, which of course nobody calls in on, probably because Joseph didn't post the link again. I don't have anything much in the way of preamble, so let's just get right to it. Boom. And of course, it opens with Kent in mid speech, because why not?
Here at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama, at also Genesis Baptist Church. We're at December the 18th, 2025. Open mic to all in. If you disagree, we believe evolution is the dumbest.
Man, Restream was hiccuping bad on their end during this. And I notice it does that occasionally on my end, so I think Restream's just having a few issues.
And most dangerous religion in the history of the world. There's never been a dumber idea than to teach the kids they came from a rock, which came.
There's never been a dumber idea than to think some magical sky wizard farted out the universe, came up with some arbitrary laws, setting up a situation where the original people he created who didn't know right from wrong would fuck around and disobey the laws, and then he punishes everybody forever, but then eventually comes up with some loophole to the laws he created where he sacrifices himself to himself for unconditional love that's still conditional. Yeah. Really, that's real genius, big brain moves there, Kent.
Came from a dot of nothing that exploded. You guys do believe that, and you won't admit it. I show you right from your books. You still don't admit it, do they?
Hi, no, you don't, Kent. You want to do they show you right from the books. I still don't admit it. No, there's nothing to admit, Kent. There's nothing to admit because it isn't there. And your little quote mines and shit don't even say what you think they say, but you tell people what they're supposed to think about it because the people who follow you aren't exactly that capable of independent thought. You want to know something funny, chat? Some ass clown actually gave my reading of You Came From a Rock a dislike. Or You Owe Your Life to Rock, that article that both Kent recently and, of course, Matt Powell love to constantly show one little screen cap of. It's like, where is there possible reason to give that such a rating? Not that it matters, because again, for some reason these clowns can't understand it counts as interaction and therefore helps the video. But the only reason I could think someone would bother to do that is if they're just that fucking bitter about me actually reading what it actually says. It's like, okay, maybe if you don't want people to go back and read these things, maybe you shouldn't try to cite them as sources to your bullshit. Just a thought.
They somehow are blinded. Like, we don't believe that. Yeah, you do.
No, we don't, Kent.
Anyway, prove me wrong. Call in. We're on a bunch of channels. It's, let's see, Facebook.
He was about to say they took us off YouTube. Oh, he's trying to be careful about that one again, I think.
Every that one keeps growing. Rumble. Let's see, X, and our own TV app, KentHovind.tv. And Instagram keeps growing. Thank you. TikTok, just sign up for all of them. It's free. We pay for all that. Okay.
No, you don't. The only thing you pay for is KentHovind.tv. And you're getting pretty damn raped for that. I mean, it is what it is. Blow your money, but oh wait, it's not your money. It's money other people give you so you can have your shitty online app barely available.
And go to one of those. What's that do? Joseph, if they click that Apple TV or Fire TV, what's that do?
That's your app. They can find that at home on their TV.
Okay.
They can find that at home on their TV. Wow. Can't y'all, can't you prepare some cue cards for Kent or a little index of stuff? So he doesn't look like the wannabe dementia patient that he is?
Okay. All right, here we are. December the 18th, coming up next week. Christmas. Come join us for Christmas. We'll be your family if you don't have any. January, come.
I'd rather die, Kent. I'd rather fucking die than have you as part of my quote-unquote family. No, thank you.
Coming up, my World War II fighter.
And yes, he very much, but we already knew he previously had paid for subscribers. We know he did that. He even inadvertently admitted it. But paying reviews as well, yeah, no doubt.
Ace born on my birthday. Well, we'll talk about that next January. Okay, let's see. We are an old-fashioned.
What, Kent?
We'll be your family if you don't have any. January coming up. My World War II fighter ace born on my birthday. Well, we'll talk about that next January.
World War II fighter ace born on your birthday? What, you're no longer saying that MLK happened to be born on your birthday and that was nice of him? Oh, did my constant bringing up of how fucking bullshit that is to say cause you to change it to something different? Which doesn't fucking matter? Because that World War II ace ain't you and ain't your daddy. Hey, guess what, Kent? There's a very good statistical probability you share a birthday with a large number of people on the planet because that's kind of how birthdays work.
January. Okay. Let's see. We are an old-fashioned, independent, temperamental, fundamental, right-wing, chicken-eating, radical, KJV, soul-winning Baptist church in Lenox, Alabama. We believe the Bible is the infallible, inspired, inerrant word of the living God.
And you're stupid.
We believe the Bible is 100% true. God made everything in 6 days. That means dinosaurs lived with Adam and Eve. And the worldwide flood in Noah's day destroyed the world, creating the layers. All the layers were made in 1 year. They're not different ages.
No, they're not. And Kent, if they were all made in 1 year, guess what? That would still make them different ages because 1 layer would still have been laid down before the others.
Guys, how can they be different ages?
Time for me to bring up my slides. I've got the pre-built frustration in here. This man's gonna have a heart attack live on stream, and I'm just gonna fucking laugh when it happens.
So I marvel. These guys are teaching their kids that the layers of dirt are different ages.
Oh no! He printed out the geologic column chart. I don't know why. It just now clicked with me that he has this both in his slides and printed up, but oh my god, Kent. God fucking damn. And just notice how much he bounces things off Joseph constantly. He needs that reassurance. That shows you how absolutely insecure he is. That he has to bounce every single thing off of Joseph. Because he knows all Joseph is going to do is go, "Yes, sir, Mr. Hovind."
How is that possible? How can this dirt be a different age than that dirt? Every speck of dirt in...
You don't judge the age of the material, you judge the age of the structure, you fucking Nimrod. I say that, I know my audience knows it. I'm just saying it for the next Hovindite who gets this far in the video, because some apparently actually try to watch through and sees that Kent is full of it.
The world is the same age. Stop and think about it. There is no geologic column. It doesn't exist. It's made up. It's so stupid. Just on its face, back off and think about it. Okay, anyway, we believe Noah took 2 of each kind of animal, not species, every kind on the ark, and there's been a lot of variety since then. We believe
Thanks for the warning, Tyler. I'm not looking forward to this.
Evolution theory taught in our schools is dumb and dangerous. There's no scientific evidence for it. Call in, prove me wrong, okay? Come join us for holidays, Thanksgiving, we're done. We had a lot here for that. Come for Christmas. Help us to open for free. Some of you are just good at making money. Well, good. Help us out. We're good at spending it around here.
Piss off. So Young Earth creation is coming up with about 6,000 years. They use the biblical genealogies and then in Genesis, but additionally use the genealogies provided for Jesus to show that direct lineage. So we supposedly have every single paternal connection of Jeebus Crispy. And so then they just tack on roughly 2,000 years, since that's about how long it's been since the moron supposedly existed. And if he wasn't such a moron, the Romans wouldn't have gotten a hold of him. I'm just saying. Seems like his plan was pretty shitty.
So far, we spent nearly all of it, haven't we, Joseph? You're one of the trustees. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So Joseph has a vested financial interest in this scam. Good to know.
You are a member, want to be a member of our 777 club, we don't check on it at all. Just help or get out of the way. We're going to do it anyway. Okay. Contact the secretary, Dr. Dino, at Dr. Dino Secretary. Is that the right one? At Gmail?
Yes, sir.
That'll work. Okay.
Yeah. How fucking stupid is that to not just have secretary at Dr. Dino? How incompetent are you, Clods?
Okay.
Do you even have actual control over your domain and web server anymore, or is that all owned by like 7 different people?
There's our website, drdino.com, and open, almost get caught up on 10 years. April, be 10-year anniversary. Okay, Carl Sagan, did a show some time ago. It's just a short one here, 30 seconds or so. Let's see what Carl has to say. Then we'll open the show.
No, Kent. Sagan had a program that this YouTube short is an excerpt of. You need to understand the concepts that you're talking about, but you don't. And that seriously should be pause for concern for any Hovindite following this clown, and is usually the first warning sign for me when someone just does not seem to understand the greater scope of anything they're talking about. I know he's 72 fucking years old and gonna be out of touch. He was out of touch when he was a kid. But it's like you can learn what these things are called and articulate yourself better than that. But given the way Cheeto Mussolini articulates his own Alzheimer's ridden, dementia laden, gonna die soon self, it only makes sense that people like Hovind and followers of Hovind and Donny Boy and the like would be as eloquent as a brick through the window.
With that, you ready? Take it away, Carl. He died.
This man can't even click play on a goddamn thing when he's been doing this for nearly 10 fucking years, and we expect him to be people think he's some kind of genius. Like, what the fuck is this? Press the space bar, you ignorant prick.
What happened, Joseph? Ah, oh well. Hang on. I know I dragged. Is this it? PowerPoint show.
What happened, Kent, is you're fucking stupid.
Hang on, folks. Technical. No. Okay. Evolution is a fact, he says. Whoa, wee.
I've got to fill time for my own incompetence. Oh my god, this is just.
Okay. I thought things got better, Carl, when you.
I got to fill in all my greatest hits jokes because I only have 7 jokes and I've been using the same ones for 40 goddamn years. Hovind.
Had played it a minute ago, Joseph.
Yeah. Hit that refresh.
The fossil evidence speaks to us unambiguously of creatures that were once present in enormous numbers and that have now vanished utterly. There are far more species that have become...
Also, anyone notice the new background on the video player side of the split screen that Joseph's got set up for Cunty Boy and his slides? It's totally not distracting at all.
extinct than exist today. They're the terminated experiments in evolution. These guys, for example, the trilobites, appeared 600 million years ago. They were around for 300 million years. They're all gone. There's none left. But in those old rocks, there are no fossils of people or cattle. We've evolved only recently. Evolution?
Let's not ignore. Yeah, I'm eating lunch right now. Let's not ignore what would a Yamato live be without me snacking, right? We ain't professional around here. We do it live. Fuck it. Serious note. You notice Kent will always hold up like his trilobite, his old fossils here or there, and he acts like being in possession of these things somehow makes him an expert on them. Okay, Kent. If you say so, buddy.
It's a fact, not a theory. It really happened. The fossil evidence.
Well, Carl, you know better now, and you were dreaming. Evolution is not a fact. There's no evidence for it whatsoever. If you want to believe in it, fine. I don't care what you believe, but don't call it science. It's not part of science.
Meanwhile, my job is to convert you, or else. I gotta threaten you if nothing else works. But I totally don't care what you believe.
He talked about the trilobite. Let me get here to this one, Alt-DV. Let's talk a little bit about the trilobite, Mr. Sagan, since you believe they are one of the first creatures to evolve, okay? We got quite a few in our museum here, Dinosaur Adventureland. Trilobites, amazing, amazing creatures. This is a tower-eyed trilobite. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's see. This textbook says, right here, Earth Science book, doesn't matter. It's in here somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real. The Voyager Golden Record is just one of the most amazing things we've ever decided to just tack on to something that we were flinging into space. The instructions to play it involve the properties of a hydrogen atom to establish scale. That is so fucking awesome. And then to think that Voyager 1 is a light, or is it Voyager 2? One of the two. I think Voyager 2 is the further out one, actually. It was launched first. It's the nature of thing, the orbital mechanics. One of those beauties is a light day away from us, and the other ain't too far behind that. Yeah, it's Voyager 2 because it got really accelerated with the gravitational assists from Jupiter and Saturn, as well as Uranus and Neptune, because Voyager 1 only passed by Jupiter, then Saturn before it went northward in the celestial plane. I've literally got my eyes closed thinking about it. I haven't looked this up. This is one of those moments where I'm just like thinking it through. Anyway, yeah, Voyager 2, a light day away. It's absolutely insane, and I fucking love it. Just the scale of reality, so fucking amazing. No God required. It simply is. And that's the greatest thing. We just take one step out of the equation, Kent, and we put all our awe and wonder and appreciation to reality itself, not some impossible to demonstrate anthropomorphic sky daddy who did everything.
Right here, load that up. Trilobite fossils make good index fossils. If a trilobite, such as this one, is found in a rock layer, the rock layer probably formed 500 to 600 million years ago. How do they date the layers? By the fossils they find in them. How do they date the fossils? By the layers they come from. It's complete circular reasoning, and it's absolutely stupid. Guys,
No, it's not, Kent.
stop and think. How can the layers be different ages?
It's not circular reasoning. We have methodologies which you will, of course, disagree with, but physics doesn't lie. Methodologies to determine the ages of strata. We also have relative methodologies to judge them. We know a piece of strata lower, you make object to superposition, but we know strata below other strata is barring evidence of special, cases of, near geologic inversions and the like, that your general commonly found strata, the lower stuff is going to be older. And the beauty of this is knowing what properties are going to be like in different strata, like the iridium layer at the KT boundary, combined with the specimens of life we will find in there, the evidence, the fossil record thereof, allows us to determine when, in a realistic but still relative sense, a given layer would have been the top surface. And trilobites make a fine example because they only existed for a given period. One of those many, many creatures spawned by, if not immediately following, the Cambrian explosion, which was in itself a period of 50 to 60 million years. So not the instantaneous moment that creationists seem to act like it is and try to strawman it out to be. But no, dating records, the judging of the chronology of geologic layers is not circular reasoning. It's a nested system where one piece of evidence corroborates others, and as you look at different samples across the planet, patterns emerge which can be used to further cement, no pun intended, the understanding of the ages. It's really that simple.
They're not. They're all the same age, all formed during Noah's flood. See, when the water's moving sideways with the tidal pumping, the moon pulling the water up, dropping it down, up and down. As we spin under the moon, the tide goes up, down, up, down. That makes the water rush in, out, in, out. And all the layers formed in 1 year. Watch the video, Experiments in Stratification. 8 or 10 layers form simultaneously with the water moving sideways. Let's see. Are these layers different ages in here?
Oh, Christ. I seriously want to know how anyone who follows this guy, they don't. They can't. No one except the truly deranged watch Kent constantly. They will pop in time and time again. Once a week, once a month, maybe. Very few people who follow this Claude at all can possibly watch him day in, day out. Except for like Saint Worm and a few other names we regularly see in his chat. There's no way, because anyone with any level of sanity who isn't doing this for the critique value like I do has got to be crazy. And even then, I question my own sanity in doing this. I could be playing Guild Wars right now. which, by the way, holy fuck, the new new Revenant spec conduit, fucking amazing. Absolutely love it. So I'm having fun with one of my characters who I haven't had fun with in a good long while. I'm going to try another character and see if the new elite spec for Thief is good. I like Deadeye, but it's a very slow playstyle. Very meticulous. It's basically playing Sniper, but in an MMORPG. So yeah, could be playing Guild Wars, but instead, covering Hovind. Why?
No. All same age. I don't know how they don't get it, Joseph. Meanwhile, I like making fun of them. Okay, let's see. Human shoe print with a trilobite found in it.
Dude, yeah, totally want a copy of the Golden Record as well. One record I do have that's kind of cool is one of Kennedy's various speeches. Doesn't contain the "We choose to go to the moon" speech, but it was really cool listening to all the other stuff because Kennedy was a nice orator, whichever you prefer.
Found by William Meister in Utah, 1968. Utah's Geological Survey.
And yeah, when you find trilobites at layers that are newer than older layers, you'll notice they've adapted some. They've changed, and geographically they've changed. Trilobites in one area are different from ones in others, as with most any life that has covered a vast area of the surface.
Verified it was not a fake. Reader's Digest magazine. Huh, interesting. A trilobite in a human shoe print.
The Oort Cloud, no, I don't believe so. Distance to Oort Cloud. Oort Cloud is 1.5 to 3.2 light years away. So yeah, I mean it's closer to the, depending on the distance, it's closer to the Centauri star system than it is to Sol. Yeah, so it's going to be a while before we hit that. We're obviously not going to hit it anytime within our lifetimes. And no way that the RTG and Voyager could ever, still be operating to do much of any actual work. But yeah. Oort Cloud is pretty weird. Kind of love it.
Somebody stepped on one. Huh. Let's see. The Evolution Cruncher has now changed names. It's called the Evolution Handbook. It's a book. Excellent. How much is that, Joy? Do you happen to know how much that book is? Evolution Handbook. It's huge. It's excellent. You need to get that one if nothing else. Okay. A guy stepped on a trilobite. Here's the options.
Yeah, I think the gold record was specifically on Voyager 1. Gold record. Launch with, one was launched on each Voyager, 1 and 2 back in 77. Also, fun fact, Voyagers 1 and 2, along with Vikings 1 and 2, launched on probably my favorite launch vehicle, period, Titan 3E, commonly known as Titan Centaur, which of course was an evolution of the Titan ICBM family and evolved into the Titan 4 post-Challenger. And of course, I love the Titan. I love the Titan rocket family. Titan 4 is fucking awesome. Titan 4B was Titan 4B launched Cassini. That was its only civilian payload launch, non-military. But Titan 3 was an interesting family, and Titan 3E with the Centaur upper stage. That's one hell of a booster. And beautiful, beautiful photos from that launch. The mid to late 70s launches from Cape Canaveral, something else.
Number one, it's fake. That's what the atheists are going to say. No matter what, if it goes against religion, it's got to be fake. I know you cannot think outside your little box.
Or it's been judged to be fake by actual people who are actual scientists and have actual degrees from actual universities who actually know what the fuck is actually going on. Perhaps that's actually the truth of it.
I understand. Okay. Number two, aliens visited the planet and stepped on a trilobite. Mm-hmm. And they happen to be wearing shoes just like us. Yeah. Okay. Number three, it's real, and the entire geologic column and the index fossil idea is wrong. Would you even consider that? Are you allowed to consider that?
$19.
$19, yeah, nearly 1,000 pages. Excellent. Some pretty large trilobites have been found. I mean, like big ones, okay? 20,000 species of trilobites have been described. More than 22,000 species. Wow. How many kinds of trilobites are there? A bunch. The diversity of trilobites is considered the greatest among any class of extinct organisms. There's all kinds of different trilobites. Interesting thing, though, guys. The trilobite had the most complex eye ever produced, I say, by God. Trilobite eyes have the
Not really. It's emergent complexity, but it's a simple system repeating.
most sophisticated eye lenses ever produced by nature. Science News. Wow, 50 years ago they knew that. The eyes of the early trilobites have never been exceeded for complexity or acuity. Stephen Gould, who used to believe in evolution. He doesn't anymore, okay?
I'm Ken Hovind, and I'm a prick. I love mocking people's deaths.
The number of lenses in a trilobite eye varies significantly depending on the species and eye type.
I want to talk about records. I have not one but two autographed Michael Jackson singles on 45, Leave Me Alone and Smooth Criminal. I am going to get those properly framed at some point. And yes, they're verified authentic, and I bought them from a reputable seller, so... good stuff. Good stuff.
Most had
Especially since the Leave Me Alone single was on 45 was specifically sold in the UK, not in the US. So there's provenance to that one.
compound eyes with numerous lenses, ranging from just a few to over 15,000 per eye. And they're all evolved for over millions of years. And each of the eyes got 15,000, Joseph. You think it's if evolving, one would get, different number than the other one. No, it's just so happened. They all evolved just right.
You don't understand anything about evolution, and just right, Kent, consists of the creatures you see. It's like throwing paint on a wall, just a bucket of paint, and whatever pattern it makes being like, yep, that's exactly what I want to make. No. You got whatever nature gave you. But you're looking at it as, oh, it's just right. No, you got it backwards, buddy. It found a niche for itself. That's how life works.
Right, okay. Let's see. This kind of eye, the holocrol or whatever it is, crowel eye, the most common type, features many small lenses, sometimes more than 15,000. Wow. I have to get a big magnifying glass to see the. Okay, let's see. 3 types of trilobite eyes. Okay. What do they say about them here? There are 3 types. The first 2 types are the major types, with the great majority of trilobites having the holocrol eyes and the distinctive schizophrenic, schizo-something eyes, okay? Recognized an innovation of the
that trilobite didn't die a billion years ago. Also, Kent can use it to lie about the fact that this thing fucking existed however long ago it existed. Or not that it existed, but that it existed when it existed. It didn't see the world through its many lenses in ways we can't even imagine. All for Kent to say, it's only a few thousand years old.
Trilobite decided, let's try a new eye. He evolved it himself. He thought of it himself, yeah. You guys refuse to give God the glory for his creation. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, and I said a billion years ago. It was roughly 270 million, appearing about 521 million years ago. So, half a billion years, but still. Sorry, the time scale of life on the planet gets a little muddled in my head. I'm trying to cement it into my mental map of time. But it's a really, really big value to work with. Especially when you're otherwise someone who focuses historically on mostly just the mid-20th century.
You trilobite and say, God, you are so smart. Thank you for loving us.
And look at flesh-eating virus. God, you are so great for wanting to cause our material flesh to melt. Yeah, God's real good for that one.
Why can't you give him the glory for it?
Prove the fucker exists. Get a jar of God, paint it red, set it on a shelf. Let me see it. Can you do that, Kent? Huh? Can you? Can you fucking do that, you fucking prick?
It's up to you. Okay. Here we go. Let's blow them up. This kind of eye, found in nearly all...
That's the same thing Kent says every time he drives by a mosque. Fuck. Oh, I could not resist making that joke. God damn it. Fuck you, Kent. You bring out the worst in me. It's so fucking funny, especially for you in chat, because anyone who hangs around me or chats with me gets a better glimpse at like me under normal circumstance. But like with Kent, it just automatically causes me to just not give a fuck. But perhaps that's because I give exactly what Kent deserves, which is all of the vitriol, none of the respect, and whatever comes is what may. I don't know.
Orders, few to very many lenses, up to 15,000. Typically small, numerous one corneal layer. Covers all lenses. Then there's this kind of eye, which has up to 700 lenses. Okay. Then there's this.
Yeah, I mean, big time scales just. It's easy enough to be like, okay, we're going to work at X and Y millions. So you turn a number that's 10 digits for like 1 billion into a number that's only 4 digits, and you get relative levels that can work out fine. But then you get into time scales like humans only really having left Africa 50 to 60,000 years ago. It's like, damn, that's so short, especially since modern Homo sapien is about 300,000 years old. Then you hit the Australopithecines, 4,000 thousands of years ago, 4 million years ago, and the like. And it's like, the early deviations from the same ancestors, chimps, I should say. I think the Australopiths are a little more recent than that. The sense of scale, the level, the powers that you're working with, the exponential values, they really do boggle the mind. But unlike what Kent thinks, just because our brains aren't equipped to handle them, because we're really equipped for numbers and quanta in the hundreds at most, doesn't mean that's not the reality of the situation.
Kind, which only has about 70 lenses. Still, having 70 lenses in one eye is pretty impressive. Okay. What's the advantage of good eye design?
But it's just 70 of the same part, Kent.
Oh no, they use the word design, Joseph. I bet that author got.
Oh no, I'm Kent Hovind and I'm a prick.
Got fired or shot. Yeah.
Yes, Kent. Someone gets shot for that. Sure. What is this? What is the source of this piece? Is this even from a proper science book? Is this from a science book with a bent into it? A lean towards some kind of creationist constructs or something? We don't even know. But we got a little asterisk right there. I wonder where that goes. But yes, Kent, people get a shot for tiny flubs in language. Sure, Kent, that's how the world actually fucking works. Excluding a piece of a nation between South Korea and Russia/China. It shall remain nameless. And, a few other nations that have existed historically. Just saying. It doesn't happen all the time for most of the world.
Had a mysterious car accident. Yeah, okay. Compound eyes are living
This man's conspiracy theories got conspiracy theories.
arthropods, such as insects. In-living arthropods, such as insects, are very sensitive to motion.
And yeah, this is actually a pretty great line. You use an awful lot of chemistry and geology once you dig deep enough. Pun intended.
Maybe that's why God made them. They can see something move with all those different eyeballs, okay? It's been suggested that stereoscopic vision was provided by closely spaced but separate eyes. Vertebrate lenses, such as our own, can change shape to accommodate to focus on objects of various distance. Trilobite eyes, in contrast, had rigid crystal-like lenses, and therefore no accommodation. Instead, internal doublet structure, 2 lens layers of different refractive indexes acting in combination to solve the problem for focusing.
Boy, Ken is in way over his head here with the verbiage.
It almost looks designed, doesn't it? Yeah.
No, it looks like nature trying out things and finding odd little quirks. Finding is rhetorical. It's humanizing language. It doesn't find anything. It's not sentient. But so let's get proper. It seems like as if random features developing that prove to have some kind of benefit when tested against nature have a higher chance of being passed on to successive generations. And that over time, the natural process of selecting individuals that are better fit for the situation that they find themselves in, that the populations find themselves in, become better and better suited for those particular environments, the particular conditions, and survive. If only somebody wrote a book about that. That would have set off a whole new field of science. Huh. Good for you, nobody did that, Kent, and we're all sitting here still sucking off Jesus every day.
Why can't you give God the glory? You will one day. Every knee
Doesn't exist, fucker, and don't threaten me, asswipe.
shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father. Hallelujah.
Oh, he's so fucking bitter. Bring it, fucker. Just popped open a knife if you heard that. I got my knife collection out. I've been sharpening them and cleaning them. They get a little, like a lot of dust in there. It's amazing how much dust some knives sitting in a bucket will get. But you keep on threatening, Kent. Keep on threatening.
Toyota, Kawasaki. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, and you got to throw in some of your racism there too. Fuck you.
Yes, trilobite eyes are considered excellent index fossils. They're widely used by geologists to date rock layers because they were abundant, had a wide geographic distribution, and existed for a relatively short period of geological time. Trilobite first appeared in the fossil record around 521 million years ago. By the way, whenever you say that, you're supposed to say it slow and emphasize it. Millions of years ago. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh. Someone needs to shut this fucker up. Seriously. Someone. I'm hoping next time this ass clown goes to Walmart and does his stupid joke about kids, somebody just fucking socks him. Just knocks him right the fuck out. I will set up a GoFundMe to pay that man's court costs. Hovind needs his ass kicked. He needs the living shit beat out of him. Then maybe he'd learn not to be a goddamn prick like this. It's just, he obviously never did get his ass beat. Ever. Yet he loves to do it to his own kids, apparently, or did. He needs to be knocked right the fuck out. I'm talking knocked out cold and left there. He wakes up, paramedics are fucking trying to help him. He has no clue what the hell happened, is probably missing a few teeth, and likely needs some surgery.
During the stupid Cambrian period and went extinct 250 million years.
Overgrown child. During the stupid Cambrian period. The Cambrian period stupid. Shows you Jurassic and Triassic and suck my assic period. You're all stupid. I'm gonna go play over here with my imaginary friend, Hovind. Christ, he's a fucking child.
Years ago at the end of the Permian. This is all baloney. Call in, prove me wrong. Come on. Their rapid evolution and extensive fossil record makes them particularly valuable for determining the relative age of sedimentary rocks. Well, how do you explain the shoe print on the one? Huh?
It's fake, you asshole.
Different species of trilobites can be used to narrow down the age of a rock layer. Okay. Trilobite from Wikipedia. Let's see. One of the earliest groups of arthropods to appear in the fossil record. Trilobites were among the most successful of all animals. Of course, they can't say they're designed. They succeeded at beating the race in evolution. I understand. Okay. Trilobite from early Cambrian to late Permian. Whew. Look at them, man. This is characterized by its tall, straight-sided eye, towers up to 18 lenses per vertical file.
Okay. So I asked ChatGPT real quick. Yo, tell me why the shoe print on Trilobite is bullshit. Now, let's be clear. I have ChatGPT really customized to me and the way I do things and the way I talk. So it responds, because it's the greatest hits of how to misunderstand geology. That's why. Here's a clean no mythicism teardown. Trilobites weren't rare. Magical snowflakes are extremely common, lived 270 million years, piled in thick sediment layers. So finding fossils near another fossil in the same slab is thing. It's not a shoe print. It's a natural fracture and erosion. The famous image shows a trilobite, a broken rock around it, vaguely oval outline. Creationists go, human shoe. Geologists go, yeah, That's a conchoidal fracture slash spall pattern from rock breaking. Rocks crack along stress lines. Those cracks curve, loop, outline objects already in the rock. Your brain is doing pareidolia, the same reason people see Jesus in toast. Zero deformation, zero weight. If a human stepped on soft sediment, the trilobite would be crushed, the layers beneath would be compressed, you'd see displaced sediment. Instead, the trilobite is intact, no compressed layers, no shear, no slump, no footprint, no footprint stratigraphy. So either the human weighed nothing, or physics took the day off. Both seem unlikely. And fossils don't fossilize instantly. For this to be real, you'd need a human wearing a modern style shoe, walking 250 to 500 million years ago on wet sediment that fossilized perfectly without destroying the trilobite with no other human artifacts anywhere on Earth. That's not unlikely. That's cosmic scale special pleading. No providence is red flag factory. These shoeprint fossils always have no precise location, no stratigraphic context, no peer-reviewed paper, no museum accession, only grainy photos. Real fossils come with layer identification, radiometric context, multiple samples, boring paperwork. If it only exists on apologetics websites, it's already dead. Trilobites predate everything human, and funny part, creationists reject actual footprints. Real ancient footprints, hominin footprints in Laetoli, early tetrapod trackways, fossilized animal gait patterns. So yeah, I know I didn't have that on screen, but y'all love hearing, to quote Sir Sick, y'all love hearing my smexy voice. So yeah, it's total fucking crock, like everything Kent does. And we all knew it was, but it's just nice getting an analytical breakdown. And this stuff right here, the way it articulated it, is why I want to do Hovind versus AI, or AI versus Hovind, whichever you prefer. Because I've kind of trained my particular ChatGPT account to have the kind of brutal cynicism that I do, sans it going past its own program limitations.
Resulting in an estimated 450 to 560 lenses in total. How on earth could his little tiny brain process all that information coming in?
Oh no, Kent. How did your brain process enough of anything to keep you alive to somehow reproduce? That's the sickening thing. Seriously, Kent, how'd you even know what the fuck to do?
Maybe the brain was designed to accept all that information. I don't know. Let's see. Index fossils, really? Okay. There's all kinds of different trilobites. I mean, they're pretty cool. The largest known trilobite.
Blue and pink trilobites for a pair for his Dollar General version of Can-Am's Noah's Ark. Do we need to get him multiple colors for the fungi? So we need to send him some mushrooms, but they all need to be like one pink, one blue, one yellow, one green, one red to indicate the genders they have. That'd be fucking great.
28 some inches. Pretty good sized trilobite. Deep sea isopod found in the coastal waters of Florida and Mexico. Mount Blanco Museum is now closed. Joe Taylor died. I called them today. There's a lot of information about living trilobites. The Evolution Handbook, the one I mentioned a minute ago, used to be on page 52, has a bunch of stuff about trilobites still alive. So let me get this straight, you evolutionists. One of the first...
Chris, you already know. And what the fuck? He held up this chart earlier, and now he's got it in his goddamn slide. Kent, you just do so much stupid shit. And as someone who does stupid shit on the regular, I'm an expert.
Life forms to evolve already had the most complex eye in the world. There it is.
But it's not.
Down there. If you believe this stupid geologic column, I've got some land to sell you at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Call.
Hey, Kent, you know the funny thing is that there is land down there. All right, it's not just water all the way down. There is land. So you kind of fucked up there. You should have gone with a beachfront property in a random landlocked area.
Okay. Up in Alaska, up there, I preached in Barrow, Alaska, on the left, up as far as you can get in Alaska. It was chilly up there. By the way, all you folks up north, what's it outside right now? See 2 degrees? Hawaiian shirt. Come visit Dinosaur Adventureland. We have dozens of Baltic isopods in our museum. We did have in Pensacola. They're still there. Okay.
No, your museum's gone. It's a goddamn construction company's headquarters. Unless you had your museum in one of the random houses you and your Christian mafia family own.
Plug up the screens in the water intake at the Conoco Oil Water Treatment in Kuparuk River, Alaska. Guy sent me a whole jar of them.
Really? Kuparuk? It's just say Kuparuk. Wasn't that complicated.
If you live up there, send me some more, okay, for our new museum. Let's see. Maybe the trilobites aren't extinct. 410 million year old rock. Recently found living graptolites. Well, if the graptolite is a fossil from 410 million years old and they're still alive, how can it be an index fossil?
They're not the same ones, dumbass. Those are not modern ones. There's a difference. The experts know this. And dinosaur footprints found on an Italian cliff. I do not know about that. I will look into it.
Guys, let's hear it. Still alive in the South Pacific. Let's see, this is the index fossil, the lobe-finned fish. Yep. Index fossil for 320 million year old rock. Let's really, okay. I think that's one of the lies in the textbooks. The lobe-finned fish are still very much alive, swimming around in the Indian Ocean. Living fossils like coelacanth have remained unchanged for 400 million years. Discover magazine, you cannot think outside that little tiny box your brain is locked into. It's not millions of years old. God made the world about 6,000 years ago. The flood destroyed it, buried a bunch of critters. Some species are probably going extinct. No question. Probably because of that flood or because of the climate change when the crystal
Probably because of that flood.
canopy disappeared. It collapsed on the North and South Pole, making the ice age. There's a different answer than the stupid evolution religion. I wish you'd think of it.
They see little stuff like that. It's like the crystal canopy collapsed when North South Pole made the ice age. He's got to add in those little things to make it seem like he has a clue, like he's educating people. What the fuck, man? How do you watch this and not think this dude's crazy?
Coelacanth, still alive. Huh, really interesting. Supposed to be index fossil? How can it be, guys? Darwin didn't like round numbers, so he made nice exact numbers. The Wealdian deposits in England are 306.
Kent distills everything I ever hated about the most obnoxious Southerners. From our friend No Masters, No Mistress. Say it again, brother. Say it again. Kent Hovind. Emphasis on the triple Ks, if you know what I mean. 27.99 Canadian shekel super chat from Rogue Rainbow. I'd sooner brave the Garden of Nurgle than come on down to Dinosaur Adventureland. Insert chicken SpongeBob here. Chicken SpongeBob Hovind. Wow, that we've come full circle. Hovind's a chicken. He calls other people chicken. He's obsessed with SpongeBob. SpongeBob acted as a chicken, did the camel case thing in the meme. The circle is now complete. And good point. Why was there no pollen at the creation? Yeah, seriously. You would think we would find like elements like that. You know, fossilized pollen and spores everywhere through all of the flood fossil layer or the flood layers that contain fossils. It's so weird. Also, you would think that you would dig to a point where you just reach the end of flood layers and it's the original surface. I don't get. His model is incredibly incomplete. Ridiculously incomplete.
6,662,400 would be 547 years old now or something. Good when he wrote that. Yeah. It's so dumb. It's laughable.
I too hope Kent's weekend sucks, and I hope yours gets better, Otaku.
Okay. All over the world, petrified trees are found standing up, running through all these layers. The layers are not different ages. Stop and think. Hello. Open your brain. I know you might lose your job if you don't, share the party.
Hello, open your brain. It's a total conspiracy, and I'm going to say it's a conspiracy, even fucking conspiracy. Hovind.
Line. And if money is more important to you than truth, then buy. Okay.
Yeah, same to you, Kent. Money's more important than buy. I'll dance on your grave, old man. Mark my words.
All over the world, petrified trees standing up, running through the layers. Thousands have been found. How many would it take?
Those are not trees. They're not going through geologic layers. And there's a lot of other explanatory stuff regarding them that the actual scientists have come up with that I can't recall offhand because I'm too busy having a normal ass life outside of these stupid ass streams that you do. Chris from Ricket Talk says, I've been writing more books. Why I'm not a young earth creationist then? Why I'm not a tax structuring fraud? Your theories intrigue me, and I subscribe to your newsletter. Wish I could deliver a Simpsons joke without any issues. Ah, touche. Yes, that was the name, Rochester Swift. I try to remember some people, like I remember Record Talk as Chris from Record Talk. But yeah, YouTube did the handles thing, which I fucking hate. Now everybody's just a tag. I'm gonna try to remember it. $6.99 Canadian Super Chat. Additionally, from Rogue Rainbow, I'd rather face the full force of the clan invasion in BattleTech than come on down to Dinosaur Adventureland. Oh man, forgot about BattleTech. Just completely forgot about it there. Oh, wonderful universe. Love it. That's mecha done right. I mean, not that, anime does mecha bad. They don't. But, it's some good stuff right there. Wheeled in. If you're going to patronize us, at least learn how to pronounce the place, you incoherent talking bin bag. And $5 super chat from I'll just call you Drizophilia. God, YouTube, bring back the normal ass name so people can have the names they want. Please. It's not that hard a concept. It's just like getting somebody's pronouns. What's your name? What are your preferred pronouns? If not, otherwise deemed obvious. That's a thing I know I take for granted is that my pronouns are very obvious. And not everyone's are going to be. And just for the record, if I do misgender somebody, which rarely happens, but if I do, in any case where I should have evidence to, like, I'm in person with them, I feel really fucking bad. Even when I shouldn't. But I know that's just me being empathetic to them as a person. So I can't beat myself up over it. But I want to. Like, I don't want to, but you know what I mean? Like, your brain is just like, no, get it right the first time. And it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's not obvious. You know what also isn't obvious? People's names that they wish to actually go by, be it online or regular, or in day-to-day life. A lot of y'all refer to me as Yamato. Some will say Kurisu. Just Chris. You can just say Chris as well, and I'm fine. That's my name. But, whatever you want to call me, there you go, as long as I recognize it. But YouTube's making it a damn problem with my lovely audience because I can't actually call people what the hell they want to be called. Anyway, this wonderful super chat for $5. Why does no one ask Kent where was the pollen in the Garden of Eden? I should really ask that. If I ever get around to talking to him again, I need to start making notes of the things I should ask or someone should ask. Would you just when we have the opportunity, hit him up. Otaku was driving to their parents' home yesterday to do some laundry, and the car decided it didn't have brakes anymore. Oh, that's fucking lovely. Hooray! Suddenly, you're the bitch to physics. They were not trees, Kent, exactly. Stuff going crazy.
To prove the point. 1, index fossils, petrified trees at Yellowstone. Anyway, we got enough stuff on.
Brake line rusted out. That's fucking terrible. Fuck, I'm glad you're okay. Another $4.99 super chat from the ever lovely Laura. Fell for this canopy theory, believed it for years, but then I found the sun god Aron Ra and got converted to reality and truth. I mean, I'll give the canopy. Like, all jokes aside, I'll give it that it explains the firmament construct in a way that is at least concordant with the world we actually see. It's since the Bible is flat, the Bible says the Earth is flat, effectively, and it's treated as such. Um, so the the half snow globe idea that flat earthers have would be the model there. So the crystal canopy thing isn't too terrible of an idea, but it's just like everything, it has no evidence. But when Hovind bases an entire idea around it, like his entire Hovind theory, he's like concocted this entire thing just out of his ass. All you can do is laugh at it. And yeah, we'll catch you, Chris.
That polystrata fossils. John McKay did a great article on that. Biblical, what's the name of his? AskJohnMcKay.com. Okay. I don't see how you guys can't get it. Crybaby, you're always watching my shows, and thank you. Okay. Explain it. My contention is there is no such thing as a geologic column. There is no such thing as a fossil record. There are fossils by the trillions. We got a bunch of them in our museum, okay? And they indicate amazing design. Every one of them does. Petrified clams in the closed position. You'd almost think it was buried fast.
Yeah, if you were a fucking moron. By the way, I asked ChatGPT for a summary. Actually, that is a little bit too much because it still acknowledges that it's trees. On the polystrate trees was like polystrate trees aren't evidence for global flood. The trees buried rapidly by local sediment, river, delta, mud flow, volcanic ash, while sediments accumulated upwards, sometimes over years or decades, not millions at once. Fast burial does not equal instant geology. And many were not even trees yet, were they? Many so-called polystrate trees weren't trees at all. They were like lycopsids, like lepidodendron, giant spore plants, not wood, hollow or soft cord, grew fast, lived in swampy, sediment-rich environments, makes them especially easy to bury upright without breaking. No flood myth required. So there you go.
Buried alive. When it woke up dead, it couldn't even open because it's packed into 400 feet of mud.
When you wake up dead, will you not be able to open, Kent?
It takes about 1 year.
Think about what you just said. Take all the time you need to think about it.
Here, under normal conditions, for things to turn to stone. In the laboratory, they can do it in 1 day under pressure. Okay, Joseph, let's get some questions here.
And yeah, this points out an interesting phenomenon. Otaku was like, yeah, misgendered Zumi at first, but she just corrected me and that was it. Yeah, exactly. I think I did the same thing. Still just default to assuming everyone online is a man until they say otherwise. Yeah, that's a weird phenomenon that happens with me as well. It's by the nature that, especially for the early, 25 years, just about everyone was a guy. So when you find an actual woman, it's kind of a surprise. But you don't know. You really don't know. And the way people behave, the way they talk, the way they do things can betray that thought. The presumption like, oh, it's definitely got to be a guy. And you find out, oh, it is a woman, but they talk like a guy. It's like, well, but they're a woman. Or vice versa. It's like, oh, okay. Once you know, you know. But you know what I don't know, YouTube? I don't know the names people want to be called by on here because I've just got handles now. Fix it, you fucking assholes. What's the point of having a channel name? Rather face absolute solver Centessa from murder drones than DAL.
Mainstreamer. I commented on your debate with Professor Dave, and he got
angry paperclip. Everyone acknowledge the angry paperclip. Too bad it's so damn tiny I can't make out much. Thank you, Restream. You have to go back through and check the channel itself just to appreciate it. Because I love when people have little themes, just little anything with their like avatars and the like. Just what's going on with that? Tell me more. It's cute. Everyone loved the angry paperclip. Or else. Other advantage, brother-in-law is mechanic, lives next door, parents, so just move the car over there. Yeah, the unexpected expense is a problem. And ask Kent why there were no Dimetrodons with dinosaurs. Another one for Kent to be asked. $5 super chat. Thank you.
Triggered and cursed me out. Why won't he debate me again?
I don't know, Kent. Why haven't you responded to those couple of questions/statements he had? Oh, right, because you can't. Also, people have more things to do than debate your stupid ass. Real mature, Kent. Real mature.
That's why.
Kent, that was his first debate, and he ripped you a new one. Piss off.
I debate a strawberry any day. Joseph, would you? He's related to a strawberry, you know. He told me so. Yeah.
You're related to a piece of shit, you know.
Okay. Love watching your stuff. What do you think of Geneva Bible? I would send that question, if you want, Travis, to avpublications.com. The King James translators,
I'm not prepared for that.
they looked at all the previous translations. The Geneva Bible was probably the closest one. They used it verbatim thousands of times. So I don't know what percentage of the Geneva Bible and King James there are, but I believe God said.
Damn, everyone being generous today. I should have set the PayPal link up. I could use a few shekels to help cover the storage unit. I'll get this eventually. Laura with another super chat, $4.99. Also told my kids the sky was blue because it was made of sapphires because the Bible said so, but I immediately told them I was kidding. I did not know the Bible actually said that, but that would make complete sense.
Said in Psalm 12, 6 and 7, he would preserve his word purified 7 times. The King James is the 7th English translation from the right manuscript. Geneva Bible is the 6th, I believe so. Ask Gail Ripplinger at avpublications.com. Okay? So it's excellent, but it's not perfect, I think, is what my response would be. Brian, are we required to let others know if we find a slope covered with exposed dinosaur bones? No. They'll just come shut it down.
Shut what down? I don't think a random slope with dinosaur bones is doing much of anything but sitting there slowly eroding away. What the fuck are you talking about, Kent?
Send them to me. We'll use them at our museum, okay?
Kent, the person isn't saying they've extracted the fossils, which there is likely some kind of legal process with regards to that. There is with damn near everything. Dude, just what the actual fuck, Kent? Answer the question you're asked, not the question you want to be asked.
You got 3 choices. We have 3 things in our museum: things we bought, things that are donated, or things on loan. If you find some, want to send them to us, we'll put a sign on it, on loan from, and you can have it back whenever you want it.
A picture of my middle finger, on loan from Caruso Tomato.
We want to get it exposed where people can see it. Tony, please explain Joshua chapter.
Yeah, exposed by coming down to the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Alabama, and staying at a pedo-enabling cult compound. Sure, Kent.
Chapter 10. That's a whole chapter? No, give me a specific question, okay?
I think that's a flat earther asking you about the sun standing.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, because you attract these kinds of people, Kent. That should tell you everything you need to know.
You flat earthers, find somebody else, okay? I'm not interested. Crybaby, why do you point to potassium argon inaccuracies for recently solidified volcanic rock when the method applied to them is obviously inapplicable for those new layers? Crybaby, why don't you get it on any of these topics? Why are we so...
Kent, why don't you just answer the question, huh? You're diverting away from the question, Kent, huh? Why are you doing that? Why is your face all scrunched up? Why do you look like you've had several strokes? Why is your shirt red? Why do you have your stupid dinosaurs everywhere? Why is Dino Lamp turned on? Why do you have this creepy ass in context little shrine to yourself sitting there at the corner of your fucking church?
Desperate to defend that stupid religion you believe in. All dating methods, think about it. All dating methods that rely on something decaying into something else. Potassium decays to argon. Rubidium decays, rubidium strontium. Okay, carbon 14 to carbon 13 or carbon 12. It's all a decay.
There it is. There's where he said it. Rosina had watched this previously and pointed out that he says that. Kent, carbon 14 does not decay into carbon 13 or carbon 12. Beta decay, release of a electron and an electron and positron pair, results in one neutron losing some energy and becoming a proton, thus stabilizing the atom to now be nitrogen 14, which is stable. That's how nuclear physics works, Kent. I had to double check myself yesterday, actually, while I was working, real quick skim through on the research to fix myself and make sure that it was actually I was correct. I was grossly wrong in Discord, laughably slow, so deleted what I had put and then corrected myself because I care about accuracy. Also, need I remind you, I really, really like atomic physics, especially when it comes to radioactive decay. It's kind of one of my things. So, yeah. Shut your whore mouth, Kent.
decay process. You have to assume with all of them that you know the initial content of the object being dated. You can't possibly know that. You have to assume the rate of decay has always remained the same. You can't know that. You have to assume there's been no contamination. You can't know any of that. In an honest court of law, none of the radiometric dating methods would count. None. And even then, all this is only an attempt to rescue your pacifier of
You just, you're not even bothering, Kent. You're not even attempting to answer the question.
time. You have to have deep time, or your religion looks really stupid. I understand. That's why I got it right here. Here.
Oh, God, he's bringing that thing out again. Yeah, he owns this. He keeps it up on the bookshelf over there. It's fucking disturbing, man.
Creationist crybaby. Oh, name right on with the pacifier. Time. Yep. I know. That's what you got. I know. I understand. And I hate to hear you cry, but
You cry. Oh, God damn, Ken, you're such a condescending piece of shit.
you can't have that pacifier. Get a different one, okay? Clinton, you're doing a great thing. Keep it up, Doc Hovind. Thank you. I will.
Quick $2 super chat. Flat Earth is biblical. Yep.
I'll tend to till I die. And then my video is going to go after that. See, it doesn't do any good to shoot me. My video is going to keep going.
No one wants to shoot you, Kent. Why do you think you're that important? You're not.
Please don't shoot me anyway. But if you do, what are you going to threaten me with? Heaven? Okay.
Then you should save somebody the trouble. Joking.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts on spiritual warfare? I've been involved in it for a long time, 56 and a half, almost 57 years.
No, he's talking about the game on Nintendo Entertainment System. It sucks.
If you try to serve God, the devil's going to fight you. Just get ready for it. Some people say, the devil doesn't bother me. Yeah, I know. I can see why you don't do nothing. Okay. You don't need to bother you. You're already on his side. Nikki, good evening, sir. I have a question about the flood. Foundations cracked open and the waters rose. But then God opened the windows of the firmament and the waters came down. Who would you say there's some kind of firmament around the earth? Well, Nikki, if you read the Bible, Genesis 1 and 2 carefully, the firmament is where the birds fly. That would be the atmosphere. And it says clearly there was water above the firmament. I believe it was 2 or 3 inches of ice, which is water frozen, okay? A crystal canopy around the world that probably compressed the air down to 10 miles, I'm just guessing.
You know, Kent, it doesn't, it's saying water above, it doesn't mean ice, buddy. It means actual water. And when it says crystal, it doesn't mean that. And also, if it specifies the crystal canopy followed by water, those are two separate things. So the water cannot also be the crystal canopy. So no, the cosmos was filled with water in their imagery of reality. Obviously incorrect.
Because today the air goes out maybe 50 miles. If you squeezed it down to 10, and by the way, when you climb Mount Everest at 5 miles high, you can barely breathe up there. The air is too thin. But if you could squeeze all the air down to 10 miles, that would explain why giant dinosaurs had tiny nostrils and tiny lungs. An 80-foot apatosaurus had nostrils the same size as...
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that they had a lung structure, cardiovascular system that is very similar to what modern birds have, since modern birds are the descendants of them, which allowed them to be that massive to begin with relatively modest intake. It couldn't be that the system is very particular. Oh, no, 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 no. Also, Kent, why wouldn't we have systems that are equipped for those high atmospheric pressures and the like? If, excuse me, if you were to claim the cardiovascular system of dinosaurs was an adaptation to that, i.e., it was designed that way, why would we not have that if we're the special ones?
A horse. He couldn't breathe today, which is why they're not alive today at 80 foot long. Now, the small ones are still alive in the Congo swamp. Get this book by Roy. Would we sell this one, Joy?
Random dinosaurs are alive in the Congo. I'm just going to say it. That's fucking true. You can't know that, Hovind. Really should have covered the video with his chode monkeys who claimed they went there, didn't do shit. They were just making up as they went along, and Hovind was eating it up.
Can we get it?
It's only used copies, and they're 150 or more.
150 a piece for used copies on Amazon or something?
Yeah.
You can't have mine.
Wow, why would you pay that much money for all that stupid shit?
Now, if it goes up a little more and I get broke, maybe. Anyway, a living dinosaur, Roy Mackle, he went over to the Congo swamp twice. He's a teacher, biology teacher, I believes in evolution at the University of Chicago. He did. I think he died. But,
Wow, don't care about what any one individual thinks. I care about the scientific consensus.
Yeah. There have been lots of people claim they've seen dinosaurs, but they're only 15 or 20 feet long. But you know, a 20-foot dinosaur is still a dinosaur. So I think the air pressure is different. After the flood, lots of things changed. You'll notice if you read the Bible, before the flood, everybody's living to be 900.
You notice if you read the Bible, it contains a whole lot of rape, incest, genocide, conventional murder, and other shit that I don't even feel like bringing up.
After the flood, it drops off to 400, then 200, then 100. I think it's because of the canopy collapsing. Can I prove that? No. Am I asking everybody to pay for that to be taught in public schools? No.
Which is irrelevant to the truth of anything.
You guys demand that we pay for your dumb religion to be taught in schools.
Irrelevant.
Evolution is a religion. There's nothing scientific about it.
It's not a religion, and it is nothing but science. But keep on saying what you say, Kent. That's all you ever fucking do.
Call in. Prove me wrong.
How? The link wasn't posted, moron.
Okay, Joseph? Matthew. Hi, Kent. Long time follower. Question. Why do you...
Long time follower. What the fuck, Kent? Just stroke out?
You always attack the gifts of the Holy Spirit when they're still clearly for today. Well, you got a built-in assumption in that question. First, that they're still for today.
Yeah, it's another thing. It's always that that's another cop out these people use, is just built-in assumption. It's like, well, that's the premise we're going on. Now, if you want to argue against that premise, go ahead. But the person clearly has a different theological view than you do.
Okay, they haven't stopped. Have you ever prayed about it? Not every believer uses the gifts. In fact, very few. I've said, if the gifts are for today, I'll take them. I want what God has for me in every area. But how can speaking in tongues not be adding to the Word of God? How can it not be? Is there a new revelation? Well, then you're adding to the Word of God. Stop and think.
Well, yeah, actually, there was a new one. It happened more eastern of where the rest of Jew Adventures and Jew Adventures 2 33-year-old Carpenter Boogaloo happened. Is handled by some guy named Muhammad, and they changed the name of one of the main characters. But yeah, there actually was a third one, Kent. You might want to look into it and reevaluate your positions, because there's just as much evidence for that book being correct as there are for your book being correct. As there is. Let me phrase it this way: there's as many evidences for the Quran being correct as there are for the Bible.
Plus, Jesus said these signs will follow them. They'll speak with tongues. They'll cast out they'll raise the dead, cast out demons, heal the sick.
Also, isn't the existence of Muhammad as an actual living person who was real actually, like, there's actual evidence of it, as opposed to the Jesus character where there isn't anything sans the Bible? Like, I think that's actually the case, and that doesn't indicate any validity to any of the mythology, but it's just a matter of to extend my joke into some seriousness that I think Muhammad actually fucking existed. So that's doing infinitely better than anything in his Bible.
Drink deadly poison, it won't hurt them. Why don't they do those? Tongues is the easiest one to fake. A lot of my Christian friends believe it's fine. Fine, okay, good. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. I'll still be your friend. But watch my video number 7, where I answered that question, and had a friend of mine come on who speaks fluent Arabic. He said, Brother Hovind, I was in a meeting. Somebody jumped up, started speaking in tongues. Somebody else jumped up and said, I've got the interpretation. He said, folks, I speak a dialect, I think it was Arabic, I think he said, that is in some remote country that not many people. He said, I was a missionary there. I speak that dialect. This first guy got up and he was cursing and swearing and saying all bad things about God. The next guy got up and gave an interpretation that had nothing to do with it. So watch video 7. I don't fight people. If you want to do that.
Hey, Kent, I'm not going to defend speaking in tongues, but something you may find fascinating is that because there's only so many sounds that a human can make out of their mouth hole, it's entirely possible for as Rigelian is to English languages, to be very similar, if not identical, in weird roundabout ways that make no sense. Like pure coincidence. Like the fact that in Japanese, the word used for the concept of a name happens to be the phonetic name. Latinized, Romanized too, N-A-M-E. By pure coincidence. Watashi no name kuris. Or it should be ore wa no name kuris. Just depends. Yeah. Funny little coincidence. Now, I'm not defending speaking in tongues. Obviously, that's what the person was actually doing, but I just wanted to bring that up. Honestly, to feed my ego, because I know things that you don't. Because I'm smarter than the Hovind. I'm just too ethical to be a con artist.
That's fine. I think most of it that I've seen is ego-driven. Look at me. I spoke in tongues and you.
Look at me. I'm doing the Lord's work. Look at me. I run a dinosaur adventure camp. Look at me. I spent 10 years in prison for my faith. Look at me. I've got all the answers. Look at me. I do all these debates.
Didn't. So I'm better than you. It's a Pharisee attitude in my humble, totally unbiased opinion. So go raise the dead. Then I'll start believing. Okay. What do you think of the Ethiopian Bible? Stick with the King James. What do you need that for? Again, ask Gail Ripplinger that question at avpublications.com in Ararat, Virginia.
Why don't we all just stop watching Hovind and go watch whatever AV Publications is putting out? Problem solved.
Let's see. Sabrina, I sent a picture of my juvenile sauropod print to Dr. Dino. Where did you? I didn't get it yet. Joseph, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. She must have just sent it.
I get so many emails and texts, and you wouldn't believe.
His phone's less active than mine. Nobody fucking got it. Actually, I'm sure people do, because he's got so many little business and side things he's doing. Well, he's busy filing frivolous lawsuits against people.
Feel sorry for me. It's rough. Let's see, Chris. What do you think of the giants in Enoch? Heard only first Enoch was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Think it was from Enoch given to Noah. There are 3 books of Enoch. They're all forgeries. They're not. They claim to be
In AMA, okay. No, thanks. Be that guy. I need the correction. I must have heard the phonetics and never actually gotten to the proper like spelling issue. And I mean, I guess in theory, if someone really wanted to, they could cut off the A at the E. They could cut off the A and add the E, but it does change it slightly. Name, same difference. Yeah, okay. Still, yeah. It's one of those things.
Christian, and they're not. They're probably written by some Catholic monk in a monastery to try to include some of their doctrine. There might be
my Japanese training did not go very far.
Some good historical stuff in there. I got Enoch, Josephus. We got them all right here. First and second Maccabees, Canticle of Canticles, Esdras. They're not part of Scripture. And the King James translators were correct in not including them. First time they had to because of the Catholic pressure. They had to stick them in between the Old and New Testament in the first printing. So they clearly put them in between. They're not part of the Bible. They're in between Old and New Testament. But then they
Both Zulu and Welsh share a rare phenomenon, the lateral fricative. Now, Welsh and Zulu are not in the same language category. Fascinating.
said, take them out. We're not going to do this again. So, okay, Travis, how long do you think we have before the fallen angels come up from the Euphrates River? Don't know. I'm going to put my pedal to the metal and pour the gas on and squeeze every minute for as much as I can do for the Lord.
Let me put in all these random little sayings and euphemisms and try to act like I have a response when I really don't know anything. I mean, look at how many of these that he answers is just like, I don't know. I don't know. Ask these people. I don't know. I don't know. Ask these people. It's pathetic.
When we run out of time, we run out of time.
How about you look into this crap? Be the theologian you think you are instead of just focusing on the same 7 points against evolution. As if you've got anything.
Time. It's God's problem, okay? He's not nervous about the future, by the way. Favorite joke? I don't know. I know thousands of them. I like the Boudreaux Thibodeau jokes, the Polak jokes, the Norwegian jokes. Okay. Looking forward to exploring your homeschool curriculum for my daughter. It's amazing to me, even Christian curriculum teaches one evolution. I know, isn't that sad?
Okay.
Not all, but some of the Christian curriculum, they compromised.
Bear with me, I'm having a moment here. I've had too much Hovind. Had this been at the beginning of the stream, I'd have probably been more on the ball. I'm losing it. And what's sad is I've got a second stream planned here in a little bit, so...
They believe the earth is billions of years old. It's not. If you call yourself a Christian curriculum, then teach the Christian teaching. Jesus said the creation of Adam was the beginning. Was it or wasn't it? The 10 Commandments, God said he made everything in 6 days. Everything in heaven and earth. That includes the stars. That includes the dinosaurs. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to change gears just a bit for the... shut up, Hovind. Damn, shut up, Kent. God, I had it still going. Yeah, here's the Name affair. Let's just have Google do its little voicing of it. Namai. There we go. Namai. See, I got stuck in the long A. That was my problem. Namai. So thank you, Otaku. Like, seriously, thank you for fixing that. Because that's one of those little flubs I would have kept on doing until one day I would have just come across and realized, hey, wait, I've been doing this wrong this whole damn time. So, watashi no namai. I'll get it. I'm tired.
Is it true you're officially single now?
This piece of shit's been been separate for damn near a year, and he's been divorced since like October, bro. Come on.
Sadly, yes. Okay. I've about given up. The women so far have stolen from me, deserted. I've never left anybody, never divorced anybody, never hit anybody, never hurt anybody. I'm loyal, loving, but I'm about done looking.
Fucking hell. What, Chud Monkey? You think we're supposed to pity you, Kent? If you having girl problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
And I don't think there's one out there that just wants to be wife and won't steal or lie or, so far I haven't found one. So yeah, thanks for the question. But yeah, been almost a year now, January 4th. The long story there. Call our secretary Bob.
And yeah, my Japanese grammar is absolutely fucking horrendous, going way overboard. It's like the Family Guy joke of Mayamo S. Bryan. It's like, no, you just Mayamo Bryan works. You don't need the S. It's like, really? You speak English? No, just that first sentence and then this one explaining it. You're kidding, right? Okay. That was a fun one. Yeah. Like what's funny is with the name I got, you'd think I'd be a bigger weeb than I am, and I used to be, but I am nowhere near as fluent in these things as you'd expect. It is just the nature of life being life. Guys, when no one says he likes Polak jokes, that's fucking racist, and yet why am I not surprised? Yeah, seriously.
She's got all the details. She was here when it happened. I don't want to hurt anybody's reputation or feeling, but I really got, what's the right word, Joseph? Burnt. Stabbed in the back. What do you do? Move on, serve God. I've been stabbed in the back a couple times. Just stick it in slot number 4 when you do it, okay? All right. Any more?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Do you have any advice for people struggling with sin? Let's see. What's that verse in? Is it Proverbs or Psalms? The Word of God is the solution, okay? The more you read and the more you study, the more you memorize the Word of God, that's what helps you in any struggle with sin. But I'll tell you, probably you're going to struggle till you die. That's why the apostle.
That's something I do get pronunciations on, or compliments on pronunciation, is a bit on the Japanese, but heavily on my Korean. But oh God, Korean is a crazy language, grammatically, and I mean that in the best of ways. It is just so out there. But that's kind of the nature of languages that are so deviated from Europe. You know, what do you expect? But pronunciation's really fun on these things. I just need to work on it. But I've actually kind of trained myself a bit more on Korean flair with accents than the old Japanese skills I used to have. So here's what it is. Just kind of holding it all together, honestly, with duct tape, super glue, and a piece of bubble gum.
Paul, he said, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? This body is dragging me down. It's like I'm dragging an anchor. It wants to do it.
Well, there's ways to solve that, Kent. I'm not going to tell you how, but there's ways to, to make the problem work itself out.
Everything wrong. My spirit wants to do everything right.
You could, try to take care of yourself, Kent.
If I find a solution, I'll let you know. But so far, I got the same struggle you do. So just keep struggling, okay?
Last one, Doc.
Okay. Alaska, let's see. What's the best advice you can give this next generation of creationists? Thanks for all your lectures. Well, I tell people, frequently people call me, how do you start a ministry on creation? I'll say, did you go to public school? Yeah. Did they ever have fights in the hallway? Yeah. As soon as they holler, fight, what's the next thing that happens? Everybody comes to watch. You want to start a ministry? Start a fight. Tell you what, get my video number 4, Lies in the Textbooks. Go to your public school, anywhere USA, anywhere in the world. See if they teach any of the lies I cover in that book. And they will, I promise you, okay? Then go to your school board and have a list, have it all stuff all together. Say, I would like the school board to vote to remove these pages from the textbook because this is proven wrong. Or glue the pages together. Or at least put a warning sticker in the front cover. Hey kids, the information on page 84 is not correct. Wouldn't you at least warn them? Now, here's what will happen. You probably will not accomplish that goal.
No, Kent Hovind is not related to Ken Ham at all. They actually don't much like each other. Well, more correctly, Ken Ham doesn't like Kent, but Kent is probably jealous of Ken Ham's, success, if you can call it that.
But you will start a fight, and you will start a ministry. It'll work. Okay, thank you so much. Tomorrow night, same thing. You folks, all you atheists out there, call in.
Hey, Kent, why don't you come on my show, huh? You too chicken to come on my show? Come on my show. Come on Yamato Live, you smug-looking sumbitch. Come on up here. See if you can handle it. Come to the lion's den there, Kent.
Bye.
All right, that's enough of that crap. Oof. Duct tape. Woo! Was in Thailand with a Thai wife and doesn't speak Thai. Everyone getting all these life experiences. I got nothing. Hovind is the typical retread, my grandparents' generation, just from the southeastern U.S. Last night's stream, not sure when this was recorded. This was Thursday's stream, not last night. So thanks for the heads up on what last night's going to be. Yeah, this was Thursday. So it looks like the next stream is going to be all about we came from rocks. The rest of the world doesn't have school boards, you clown. That's because they're all communist. They're communazis, man. Oh, man. All right. Well, we got in a Japanese lesson. I got a massive headache. I am so sick and tired of this man's shit, yet I have to cover it because well, if I don't, well, other people will, but not in the same way. I wish AJ would get back to making some videos. Hope he's doing well. I really should text him. Might do that. But anyway, all right, so that ends stream 1 for today. Planning on stream 2 a little later. Let's see how that one goes. Kent, fuck off. Audience, chat. Y'all are fucking awesome as always. Thanks so much for the super chats. Thank you for sticking around, watching, and having fun. Thanks, Otaku, for the correction on my grotesque Japanese flub there. See, unlike Hovind, I will admit immediately when I am wrong on something, and I will trust people who are more likely to be experts on something than I am. Because I learned something wrong with my friends back in the day and never wound up correcting it. The feeling I have is, fuck, I was wrong. This is embarrassing. But I know that means I'm going to be correct in the future on this subject. So it's a win. And if a person can get over that feeling of failure and realize you grow from little failures like that, and that in the grand scheme, it's really nothing except a chance to succeed going forward, then there you go. And I think that's part of the crux of the problem with people like Hovind is they just can't truly admit when they're just plain wrong. Only on rare occasion will they. But it has to be something they are willing to give up. But they'll still pretend that it was something near and dear to them. Oh no. Food for thought. Just me padding out the stream. I don't know. I'm going to take a little break. We'll hit stream 2. I'll see everyone when we cycle back around. Much love. Squeaky chair. Catch you next